Hey there. So two subjects that I talk to parents quite frequently about is fitness and boot camp, the water survival course that they have to take, and specifically running and pull-ups. So let's talk about how we as parents can provide resources to our kids to be ready before they go to boot camp. Now, I know a lot of the kids when they're in, getting ready to go to boot camp, Marines specifically, they have PT sessions and they work on that. That's usually twice a week. They really need to be working 5 days, 6 days a week on these skills so they are ready for boot camp. So they are strong enough to get through. Sometimes they just need to have the bare minimum so they can pass through. So let's talk about it. If you go to the link in my bio, you will see on my link tree, I have a section called Marine Corps Water and Fitness. And inside of there, I have a bunch of information linked. First, let's talk about the water part. I have two PDFs. One is a 4-week and one is a 6-week guide to everything that they are going to be doing in the water survival at Marine Boot Camp. Can you use this for the other courses or the other branches? Absolutely. Skills are skills, so it's not going to hurt anybody to have them. I also have linked in there, Explore Marine Water Training on YouTube. It's a YouTube video done by some Marines that have, broken down the water survival test or course or whatever you want to call it when they're in Marine boot camp. And the other thing is a water survival tip on Fitness Marine website, and it will break down the strokes, like the backstroke, floating, and all of that stuff. Now, I get this quite frequently. Parents have said, my kid has never been exposed to a pool or the ocean or even a pond, to be able to swim. And I totally understand that. Here's what I want to say. Most YMCAs have water survival training courses in their, list of programs that they do. And some of them even have camouflage and boots that your sons and daughters can use to learn how to swim with those in the pool, because that is what they will be doing while they're in boot camp. So check out the YMCA. The Red Cross also has programs like that. Also, you can check those out. Just Google YMCA, Google, the Red Cross. If those are not close enough to you and you live in an area where that kind of stuff is pretty far, your other option is going to be a local gym maybe. Some of them have pools. If you, reach out to them and explain to them what you're trying to do, your son and daughter, or your son and daughter can do the calling themselves and say, hey, listen, I'm going to boot camp XYZ date. I just need an area where I can practice these skills. Most of them will allow you maybe a small fee or something like that. Hotels that have indoor pools for colder areas, sometimes they will allow you to do that if you explain what the reasoning behind it is. Some schools have pools. You can talk to your principal, your guidance counselor, and things like that. Also, you can reach out to your principals and your guidance counselors and ask them if there's resources in your area that will allow you to get some workouts in the pool and master these swimming techniques that you are going to need to pass swim week when you're at boot camp. All right, so now let's talk about the physical part, the running. I have also linked in a 5K running plan. It will take you, from week 1 to week 13 and incorporate running until you're able to run a 5K or a 3.1 mile run without stopping. It says Run Disney on it. Don't come at me. It's free. It's made by Jeff Galloway. He is an excellent runner. I've used his training plans for years and years and years. It's in there. It's free for you. Read it and it will help you get faster. It will help you be able to run better. All right. So now let's talk about the pull-ups and working out. When you are learning how to do pull-ups, you need to have upper body strength. You need to be working your entire body. Not just running and not just swimming. You need to be lifting weights and getting stronger. And how are you going to do that? I have 2 free guides that are in the link tree also in the same section for Marine Corps Water and Fitness. And this is for any branches, right? If your kids are getting ready to go to boot camp, just because it says Marine Corps on it doesn't mean that they can't be doing these workouts. These are going to help you get stronger and stronger. The first one I want to talk to you about is called USMC Fit Home Workout. It is broken down into 3 phases, weeks 1 through 4, weeks 5, I forget exactly how they broke it down, 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and then 9 through 12. And each one of them has a defined workout for you to do. There is 3 dynamic warm-ups on the first page. Each workout has a video link to it. You'll see a blue hyperlink. You click on the video and it will explain why you're doing it and how you're doing it. All right. Do not skip the warm up. You need that warm up. It's essential. In phase 1 or weeks 1 through 4, you have a defined workout. And I'm going to say each one of them has a hyperlink. It will explain the workout, explain the move, and teach you how to do it. The first workout is pull-ups, side straddle hops, leg lifts, walking lunges, reverse lunges, traveling push-ups, medicine ball crunches, and planks. These workouts are not really needing a bunch of weights. You know, a medicine ball or a kettlebell or a dumbbell would be just perfect for a lot of these things. There's also the cool down. Do not skip the cool down. You need those to help your body heal from the workout that you're doing. There's also a place on that PDF for you to track what you're doing and keep track of, you know, how you're doing. Then I also have another PDF that is linked in there, and that one is called Fitness Preparation. This would be for all branches also, and it's really comprehensive, and I really like this one. I like them both, but I like this one also. It has movement preparation, calisthenics, it has post-workout, it has nutrition, hydration, foot care, and recovery. On this one, you will need a set of weights, a light, medium, and heavy, whatever that is for you. Now listen, getting ready for boot camp is essential. It is a very physical and very mental time that you're going to have, right? The stories that my son told me, he was already in very good shape. He was athletic. He ran already. So those things were very easy for him. And I want to say boot camp was easy. It was easier for him because he was already athletic, already used to doing those kind of things. But if you're not somebody that does that all the time, then this is something that is very serious and you need to start working on it. And I understand, like I said earlier, that you have PT with your recruiting station and things like that. But 2 days a week of PT is not enough. You need to be consistent. You need to get up in the morning. You need to work out. You need to eat right. You need to hydrate. You need to take care of your body. And then you need to repeat it the next day. And you need to have enough sleep too. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. We have an officer that comes into our lives and he has got great advice, Dukes. And he says, randomly wake up in the middle of the night and don't do anything. Walk around like fire watch and be used to being able to wake up, do fire watch, walk around the house, walk around your bed, walk around the room, something like that for like an hour, and then go back to bed and sleep, right? Get yourself ready for those things. Getting boot camp ready is not just PT twice a week. Boot camp ready is your fitness, it's your hydration, it's being able to sleep and wake up and go back to sleep. It's being able to run. And here's the other thing that I really think that people need to do. Come off of sugar. Get yourself off of sugar. Get yourself off of caffeine and be ready to go to boot camp. If you are addicted to sugar, and I don't want to say you're addicted, but you might eat a lot of sugar. When you go cold turkey on sugar, you're going to get headaches and you're going to not feel well. So get that stuff over with. Get it over with and be ready for boot camp. A sugar headache sucks. It sucks, right? Make sure you're taking vitamins before you leave and you are feeling well because you are going to get sick while you're in boot camp. And if you have a cold in your home, get up and go for a run and get up and work out and learn how to work through those things. Boot camp ready is not 2 days of work. Go into the link in my bio, download these, PDFs and look at the videos that is attached to everything and get yourself ready, boot camp ready. Do it as a family, get your friends to do it with you, but share this with your sons and daughters that are getting ready to go to boot camp because being able to do those things is very important. You're going to need to know how to run, do pull-ups, push-ups, and all of that stuff. So good luck.